cairns are places where you store, not store, you venerate your dearly departed. So it has got 4 chambers of entrances, as you can see. They are building the roof of it, and they're going to build a cross around it. This is where all the crypts are going to be in and around. So now we are going to place the crypts, and we are going to, so there you can see we have got the structure. Now we're going to fill it up with mud and clay.
Ladies and gentlemen, lovers of war, traders of great renown, I, the Strategic Indian, bid you welcome to my channel, where our motto is think, practice thinking. If you like the content, please do not forget to like and subscribe. Also, leave a comment, which will greatly help with the almighty YouTube algorithm.
Wars are expensive. Total wars are totally expensive. Therefore, if you would like to, then you can support my armies and cities via coffee or directly through PayPal. Links are in the description below. Other than a one-time donation, those entering the monthly membership tiers can have my heaven shaker armies named after themselves and watch with pride as they blaze their way to glory. For the city builder in you, whole cities can be named after you, which will last the test of time herself. Thanks in advance for any and all support. Now, on with the show.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Ozymandian Kingdom, where we are playing the Dawn of Man at the hardest difficulty, which is Ancient Warriors, and building the first fully planned city of mankind. So, if you're new to the series, we have planned out the entire city, which you can see in its entirety and its maximum glory. And all of these centimeters and each one of these slots have been made pre-planned, and therefore we don't have any wastage, which is what we want. No wastage and maximum profits. We are firmly in the Steel Age currently. We have got extensive defenses where we have stone walls for the entire Ozymandian Kingdom. We have upgraded all of our towers to guard towers, and we have also built extra guard towers wherever we have empty slots. So yeah, this is maximum defenses which is possible, and that is what we have gone ahead and achieved. We are a bit low on iron currently, but we have enough sleds, we have enough animals, enough carts to quickly get that ore that is necessary to repair all of our guard towers, which require, say this guard tower requires a little bit of iron. We have got enough bloomeries to make the iron, and we are going to be able to do that very, very efficiently. Trader comes in, we'll buy whatever we can, try to give away all of our bronze items because we don't care much for them, any of our bones and things. Let's just persevere. We'll give away some of this tannin. We have really a lot of tannin, but it's better to have tannin rather than not have it and cry over it, because yeah, if you don't have tannin and you have raw skin, they'll continue to try to make leather, and then what you have is that yeah, that's an extra job which they are unable to complete because they don't have the materials. They are going to simply sit there, twiddle their thumbs, and thumbs are not for twiddling under my watch. Let's look at the state of our iron mines. So here we have built up deep iron mines, which is fantastic, I think, which is going to produce a lot of iron ore, and we are therefore going to be able to produce a lot of iron from this. You can see we have already, just in the previous episode, we had entered the Steel Age and we have built 100 steel sickles. That is how efficient we are. We are now in the process of getting a bunch of megaliths rolled in. So we have people who are working their tails off. They are hungry, they are thirsty, but they are motivated to work for the glory of the Ozymandian Kingdom. Look at them pulling all of this. There has been a lot of debate as to why the game does not allow horses to go ahead and pull megaliths. So why is that the case? Well, if you look at history, until the medieval age, when you had nice horse collars, horses could not pull as much. They did not have the capacity. Horses were tiny. They were just basically glorified ponies. And therefore they couldn't pull a lot of weight. And it was not until the medieval age then we had good horse collars, and then they could have gone ahead and pulled these great megaliths or large weights, for example, plows. If you just used ropes around their necks, which we do in this game, when we are pulling plows, then you're going to strangulate that horse. Essentially, you're going to strangulate them. You don't want to do that, right? So what we have, for example, what was an option was that, of course, that bulls could be used to pull megaliths, but because they have far more capacity, they are bigger, and even at this age, then there were bigger bulls. There were several civilizations which worshipped gigantic bulls. You had them in Turkey. That's where the Taurus Mountain, the name for the Taurus Mountain comes from. They used to worship bulls. The Minoans used to worship bulls. Bull worship was prevalent because bulls were gigantic animals and they had the capacity of pulling gigantic weights. And that, of course, horses couldn't, not at this prehistoric time. And therefore, we don't have horses pulling megaliths. It's all human powered, it's all muscle powered. But these guys are eating well. These guys are they are able to sleep well because they are rested up. There is only 60% or something of workload even during the heavy times when we have got all of this planting to do. So here is where we want to put him. Oh, here we go. The fourth and final megalith is in. Let's go in and have a look at the construction of the cairn. So cairns are places where you you venerate your dearly departed. So it has got 4 chambers of entrances, as you can see. They are building the roof of it, and they're going to build a cross around it. This is where all the crypts are going to be in and around. So now we are going to place the crypts, and we are going to, so there you can see we have got the structure. Now we're going to fill it up with mud and clay. So people are working on it, and then they are going to fill it entirely with clay with an entrance for the people to go in and store or worship rather their dearly departed. Our ancestors are going to get the best treatment. They don't have any retirement policy in this game. They work till the day they die, but when they die they get a nice grave site. So that is something that we have done from the very beginning. We had grave sites, which you can see in the corner right there. And we have got finally the cairn, which is the most late game unit and the one with the highest amount of prestige, which is being built. So our ancestors are getting the best treatment in the afterlife. This will ensure good harvests. It's going to ensure that our people are going to be happy, and raiders will continue to be defeated and ground down into the sand. There we go. First structure, cairn +3 knowledge. Look at this beautiful building. As we said in the very first episode, who built this edifice? And we, the Ozymandian Kingdom, are the ones who built this great edifice. So welcome, guys. What we are going to do is we are not going to stop over here. We are going to give orders for a stone circle to be built. Spiritual stone circle. You can see everything fits perfectly right there. And a dolmen to be built right in front of it. So that will ensure that every building that we have in the game has been built at least once. Some stupid raiders are coming. They're free to do so. I don't care. Let me place the dolmen, then I'll see where they are. Okay, they're coming. They're quite nearby, so let's ring the bell. Let's get everybody in. People were planting, so then they are a bit further away, but they shall reach. We have already finished all of the planting. Look at that. 80% of our planting season is over, but we have gotten everybody in. Let's go ahead and close these two doors, and I'm going to close these two doors so that they go around and get shot at. We have gone over this multiple times. Let's go in and zoom in at this guard tower to see the fight. Is this a better guard tower? Let me see if I can get a view from one of these. Marna. So Marna is firing, everybody's firing, and they are stuck in front of this gate currently, and they're getting shot at. They're getting shot at from the platforms which are reinforced. They have not yet killed anybody, or two people have been killed, probably from somewhere else, some other sector. Let's go around, let's have a look. There we go, they're running for their lives. One of our people are running, and therefore that will be difficult for him to survive. Let's go ahead and zoom in to this guy, Ayadel, old woman who's very badly hurt, but she is continuing her duty. She is fighting. A few of our people are outside, and I think that's why they are being lost, but you can see they don't have the numbers anymore. Look at that. Last ones of them. This is the last guy who's coming in. Let's see if his courage fails him. Yeah, there he goes. He drops his weapon, he drops his shield, and just hightails it. We lost 2-3 people, I believe. I think we lost a few people. This is one guy who's trying to come and still raid, so I'll go and open the doors and tell these guys. Yeah, there he goes. He is running. So we'll see if we can whack him. There is somebody right behind him. Let's see. Come on. Come on. Get him. Get him. Yeah, we got him, boys. We got him. We got him. We got him, boys. This guy who came to destroy the Ozymandian Kingdom with a steel sword, full chainmail armor. Yep. Rip. Don't come back here ever again. I wish there was a mechanic in which, if you beat so-and-so raid so many times, then you won't get raided anymore. I know there is a mod which does that, but yeah, we are not doing any mods. Let's go back to speed 4. We have done our entire planting, and we have now put down structures for the stone circle and for the dolmen, and these are going to be the final 2 structures that we are going to build, and then we will say goodbye to the Ozymandian Kingdom. All good things must come to an end, and so must this. Let's look at the work that we need to do. We are at 119%. We don't care. A few horses need to be slaughtered because, yeah, they died of disease and whatnot. But we have enough. We have 91. 15 horses died of disease. So that's why the workload was a bit up. So we'll go. They broke down one single gate over here. So let's go ahead and build that one gate up so that our defenses are not compromised. We have 277 people. We have got a capacity of 305 people. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to build some special houses. So this is not part of the plan of the Ozymandian Kingdom. And these are going to be just vanity projects. So let's go ahead and build a vanity project right up on this mountain. This is an ancient seer who is going to keep watch over our city. He has come from very far away, and we have given him all the requirements that he wanted. He wanted a cairn, he wanted a lot of food and drink so that he could bless our city. And we are going to build a nice hut for him facing the Ozymandian Kingdom. He is a recluse, so he goes, climbs up this mountain every time. So he has got his own well right here. And because this is the ancient times, he does his own little bit of skin drying. He has got, we'll see if we can fit it. Yeah, we can. So he's got a little food dryer so that he can go ahead and cook, get his own raw meat. We'll put in a fireplace for him, and we'll see if we can build an oven somewhere so that this guy can also make bread so that he can have nice hamburgers. Everybody wants a nice hamburger, don't they? So this is going to be the protector. Alternatively, we could have also built, so this guy, he doesn't like bread. So he hates bread, so he doesn't have an oven, because I can't fit an oven. We have got 9 rolling megaliths in the world right now, which are all hurtling down towards our Ozymandian Kingdom. And that is exactly the number I want, because I need 6 for the stone circle, and I need 3 for the dolmen. 9 is what we need. And then once we have those 9, we shall be able to move them and construct these beautiful buildings which will complete the Ozymandian Kingdom. Next thing that we are going to go ahead and do is we are going to build a vegan kingdom. So yeah, I'm not a vegan myself. I think I told that already several times. But we are going to build a vegan kingdom whereby we shall be able to go ahead and entirely subsist without meats or through the labor of animals. So no animal products, no milk, no dairy. So if you, let's look at all of our food. So this meat, 800 meat that we have, we won't be able to have. Fruits we'll be able to have, grain we'll be able to have, flour we'll be able to have, bread yes, milk no, cheese no, water yes, and beer yes, because this is coming from grain plus water. So then that is vegan. Beer is vegan. We don't consider the bacteria inside of it, which helps us get the beer. No, that's not part of the game. We are going to get woods and sticks, of course. Rolling megaliths will be very difficult because we won't have enough leather. We'll see. We won't have bones. We won't have raw skins and leather. We will try to get a little bit of tannin and etc. Okay, we'll have a lot of straw, mud, yes. Wool. Okay, wool I need to talk about. I personally don't believe that if you fleece a sheep, it gives them pain. It doesn't. If you are a vegan who believes that, get over it. It doesn't. Period. And they have evolved in such a way, human beings have evolved them in such a way, they require human labor to remove this fleece in a timely fashion. So I am going to use sheep. However, I'm not going to make mutton out of it. So any mutton that we get, we are not going to dry that and use that. No, we're not going to do that. But sheep will be used. And to tell you the truth, I can win the game without sheep and whatever woolen clothes it gets. But what not having woolen clothes does is that it gives this extraordinary loud warning that we are low on warm clothes. And that just drives me up the wall. And I'm pretty sure it drives each and every person who plays Dawn of Man up the wall. There have been Reddit posts, all of us have complained jointly. Nothing is going to get done because the game is not in development anymore. We have to just sit and take that as our lot. We shall have to think that this is our lot. We will have to suffer this extraordinary loud warning sign, which Martin, the intern, decided was the perfect sound to put in. So Martin, wherever you are, man, you shouldn't have done that. Nobody ruined anything for you, but you chose ahead to go ahead and do that. Okay, we have a blizzard here. We have got megaliths out in the world. So this is a pretty dangerous situation. So let's go ahead and run people back in. So I'm going to leave the alarm run. And this is good that we don't have any raiders able to come, because we just got a raid in the previous season. So I'm going to run this guy back. I'm going to make a big circle. So yeah, some people are over there. Let's run them back. So they're running back. These guys are going out to do whatever. Come back, please. Don't go out. This is very dangerous. So make big circles, and if you see human beings, they are going to be prioritized in these big circles. So 3 people are out there. So come on, run back. Don't need to walk. They are already frozen and things. Some people are heading out to work. So I'm going to get them back in. And let's ring the alarm bell again. This is a very dangerous winter because we have got a blizzard, and that is no good. Blizzards are no good. We have 276 people. We are very close to 300, which is the maximum population possible. Let's look at the housing which we are building for the sage. Oh, we ran out of stone. You see, this is how the game plays tricks on you. It doesn't tell you that, oh, we don't have stone. It just doesn't have stone. This is an excellent patch for stone. And we are going to put 5 people to go ahead and get all of this stone up. Okay, raider attack is coming in. I did not expect a raider attack right after the raider attack that we went ahead and got. So let me move this over here. I don't want to press the alarm button because there could be people nearby. And then you have this issue of them throwing their sticks and stones at and rude words at the raiders. We throw a lot of rude words at the raiders. So I was not happy with the 2 people who died last time from the raider attack. So I'm going to also close this particular set of gates. Therefore, they are going to spread out even more. And I want to do that because this particular gate did not get built up. Now, you see, we have these structures right here. That's why we got an early warning that raiders are coming. So that gives us enough time to go ahead and come into position. So what these guys are going to do is that they're going to go ahead and break these structures. If, yeah, you see, they go ahead, get busy with breaking our hard fought structures. Any structures which are outside are going to get broken unless they are religious structures. But this is good because they are spreading out. They are going in 2 streams because they are aiming at different parts of the settlement. I'm going to rebuild this house. Screw you guys. This is our sage. He is going to lay a curse on you guys if you continue to do it. So the curse is that they shall not succeed in their raids. There you can see they are already getting shot at. They are getting shot at willy-nilly. We don't have anybody already a little bit injured, but we are building up and we are firing. Look at all this incoming fire. They are a little bit on the high ground over here, but they are now channeling towards the gate. And we have got melee people who are coming out to fight, and they are being supported by the projectile units from the tower and from the platforms. Look at that. Their attacks are completely worthless. So the sage has cursed them and they shall not succeed. Look at that. Are there any more? So let me hit the... I think that was it. 277 people, so I don't think anybody even got killed. So the sage is protecting us with his powers. Let's go ahead and build more sage houses, more hermitages. And this is all just a bit of luxury and a bit of role play. You don't need to do any of this. We have won the game at this point. Which would be another nice place, I think, right here. He'll be able to look down at the colony from this peak over here. So these are all recluses. They go and through their power of prayer, they are going to protect our settlement. Let's see if we can build a house for him. So this cliff we cannot build on. Okay. Can we build it over here? Okay, so this cliff is cursed. We can't build it on this cliff. Let's try to build it on this cliff right here. This is another gigantic cliff overlooking the city. Let's see if we can fit one right here. No, we can't. Doesn't allow us. I want to build it on the tallest peaks so that he can look down upon us and give us the blessings. I'll try here one more time. What about this sister peak right here? They're both the same size. I keep pressing R for turning, and this is the only game where C and Z are used for turning. I don't know why they did that. Maybe it means something in Hungarian. I think the developers are Hungarian, and probably C and Z is how they donate counter and or east and west or something like that. I don't know. I'm not in the business of false news. There's a donkey over here with one bone because we have 100 bone. We're not going to collect more than 100 bones. Let's speed up to 4. Let's try to find where our megaliths are. First megalith is over here. So always be doubly careful when you have megaliths in the world which are going to get pulled towards your city, because they forget to eat and drink when they are pulling the megalith. So once the summer hits, what I'm going to do is I'm going to ring the bell once, because then if they are hungry and thirsty, they are going to go ahead and satiate their hunger and thirst, because they do have fruits nearby. See, this guy got thirsty, he is going to go ahead and do it. Sometimes they don't, so be careful of that. Let's move the work areas. Let's check out all the work areas. So this is a fantastic work area to cut wood. This is even better. Let's move him a little back. You see, we are cutting the trees so efficiently that we are having a shortage of logs right now, because all of these trees have been cut down. I'm going to put one here because the trees which are currently not matured, they will mature before the others get cut down, and then we will be able to go ahead and cut those trees down. So here there's a nice clump. Let's move it to a nicer clump. Right here. So at this point, I know that I'm putting them sometimes in places where we are doing tannin collection, but we have got so much tannin that we don't need to worry about it. We have 277 tannin. Turmek has died of starvation because he is very intelligent. Some wolves came in to fight with us and got whacked. I'm going to continue looking at our rolling menhirs. There is one which is very nearby. And this one over here. So at this stage, all we are doing is waiting for these menhirs to roll in and us to complete the Ozymandian Kingdom. I hope you had a great time watching the Ozymandian Kingdom. Let me know how you felt, what could be improved, what could be changed, what is it that you liked or disliked, because that is always very nice to go ahead and read. We're collecting fruits, although we don't need to. Yeah, so as I said, we'll ring the bell once so that any person who's pulling the megalith and is probably very hungry, he can go and get some wild fruits from the vicinity, which will probably end up saving their lives. Look at the Ozymandian Kingdom. This is that one building that we started from all the way back many moons ago. All the way back so long ago, we ended up with this gigantic fortified city with single wall. We are not going to build double walls because, as I explained, that is not a good thing to do. A single wall is much better. Let's stick in some flags. Oh yeah, I can stick in a bunch of flags. Let's build a bunch of flags. My iron is not keeping up, so I'm going to see if this guy got some iron ore or some raw iron, some constructed iron. Okay, it's so hard to click on the trader. Okay, trader has gone away. I won't be able to buy iron from him. Let's go ahead and build up a lot of flags. Spiritual flags. And as I said, you want to build up flags everywhere you have an exposed area to the wall so that they are able to protect the walls from being entered into melee and deconstructed by the raiders. All these totems I'm going to get rid of because now we have beer, we have got flags, and that is going to ensure that we have got the top class things for them to recover their morale from. Oh, look at this house. This is the hermit's house. This has been built up. Let's go and have a look. Look at the view from the Ozymandian Kingdom. Look at that. Oops. It is really hard to move around in this game. You have to do it with mouse. I think this is screenshot worthy. This is screenshot worthy. There we go, screenshot taken. Let's go up to speed 4. Let's enjoy the harvest from this vantage point. So the sage is looking and he is understanding and he's protecting the city. His house keeps getting broken up, but then that is the fault of the raiders, and then the raiders get punished because they get killed by our extensive defenses. You can see how nicely our harvest is going. We have gotten most of the grain in, and that gives us a lot of straw, and that straw goes and helps in the maintenance of our extensive fleet of animals. We have a gigantic amount of animals right now. Plus 200, more than 200 animals that we have. And we also have all of these buildings that we go ahead and maintain. So, as I was saying, for the vegan Ozymandian Kingdom, I am going to keep sheep. I'm going to keep a minimum amount of sheep. I'm not going to keep a lot of sheep. Maybe 10 sheep will be enough, and then still I will have a little bit of shortage of warm clothes, but still that is better than the constantly annoying notifications. Those were some nice screenshots all the way from here. Trader is here. Let's see what he has gotten. Guy never brings anything you need, so yeah, he gets a little bit of iron ore. Let's buy some steel things and iron things because I want to get rid of all of the stock of bronze tools, and I want to get rid of all these bones because they just end up taking up storage space. I have absolutely no need for them and no function for them. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put down a gigantic number of flags. Flags everywhere. Which is going to help me get the last bit of immigrants in, because we are very close to equilibrating in the game. And here comes the save game. If you want, you can put all the flags the same orientation and color. You're free to do that. I am a min-maxer at the end of the day, so I don't have the patience, honestly, to go ahead and do that. So that is the red boar cheese factory, which we promised. We finally went ahead and did it. This turning around with C is going to really get on my nerves. This will take a long time to construct because we don't have the iron to actually go and do it very quickly, because we are really low on smelted iron. But as soon as that supply picks up, we will be able to go ahead and make a bunch of these flags in very quick succession. And you can see that we don't have that much of a workload. We have 72% workload. So these guys, as soon as they get busy making iron, we shall be able to build up all of these flags in very quick order. Now, certain places you cannot put down flags. That is because if you do, then it creates isolated area where people can die. So therefore, you can't do that, and that is fail safe in the game. But of course, there are nice places like right here at the end. You see, right there in the end, I can sneak a flag in, which is going to be an exclusive area for people to go and pray in. Let's try to fit some flags here. Yeah, this is idle work, and the min-maxer in me does not like to do that. Like right there, I couldn't place one because it would create isolated areas. So it's just practice of where they are going to be. Generally, I try to put them in the Excel sheet, but then it gets too cumbersome because it could be that there is a possibility here nor there, and therefore better to do it for the big ones where I'm absolutely sure there are gaps, like right here, where these are facing each other. Oh, it would be nice if I could have planted one right here. I can't because of this granary. Oh well, win some, gain some. Yeah, I'm not going to go ahead and do that. That is really lazy work. Or am I? Let's give them something to do. They have nothing else to do. This is the winter has come. So, as always, let's ring the bell. Oh yeah, the sage needs his own flag. Sage needs his own flag. How could we forget that? So he has a proud banner which is going to flutter in the sky and pronounce the sacred victory of the Ozymandian Kingdom over all of these thousands of raids that we have gone ahead and defeated. So right there in front of his well, he gets his own flag. We don't have means to make flags because we don't have iron, but eventually we will, and that's what we're going to do. We're going to simply power through everything. Whenever we have an issue, we are going to rely on raw construction power to win the game. All this is going to ruin the symmetry a little bit, which gives me a bit of palpitation. I still enjoy symmetry at the end of the day. I don't... So I do enjoy symmetry quite a lot, actually. So I'm going to destroy these ones because they were facing each other on this side. So let's deconstruct this and build them facing each other. So then we have a little bit of symmetry. Ideally, for perfect symmetry, you would require that they are all the same, but yeah, I'm not going to do that. Sorry, YouTube, I'm not going to do that. Ha! It's not gonna happen. I am going to, however, we have quite a lot of flex. So I'm going to deconstruct this flex farm. I don't need this much flex. And I'm going to do something nice, role play-ish over here, is that I'm going to build a barn, a plantation barn. Right here, and I'm going to surround it with transport posts so that it looks fenced in. 1, 2, 3. Right, and you can see how quickly they're coming to build because we don't have that much workload. We have all of the things that we require to build on hand. So we are building things up in a magnificent amount of speed. Game is lagging at this stage. Game has begun to lag. Nothing we can do about it. And I'm going to put a well so that the animals can feed from the water, and I'm going to put its very own storage barn right here. And now I'm going to enclose it all with transport posts. Clicking in this game is really difficult. It wants you to click in random places and then blames you when you do. I'm going to also remove these. Yeah, I don't need that much flex. If I need, I will clear some other area and do that. Don't need it, so don't have it. And I can build around it, so it's fine. Let's go ahead and construct more storage, more transport posts. Oh, did we? Oh, we built the dolmen, guys. Crap, I forgot to zoom in while the dolmen was being built. Oopsie daisy. Two more rolling menhirs. So one is over here and another one is over here, a bit of a distance, and that will complete the stone circle. They are a bit far away because we got all the near ones, and now all we are left with are the very further ones away. So let's buy all of these iron things, steel things, because I have enough cash to buy all of this. Look at this, we are rolling in the cash. We don't even need to count, we don't need to look. We can sell off whatever we want, but that was what the promise was. We are going to build an absolute powerhouse, and that's what we have gotten ahead and built. I don't even care if I overpay for certain things. Get out of here. We are prosperous. This is prosperity incarnate. Let's build some more transposts to enclose all of this into a nice plantation. Right. I'm going to keep this one open because that's where the cattle is going to come in, else they're going to just get in there and then they're going to starve. I am going to deconstruct these guys and see if I can align it a little better. So let's say, let's build. Why is this thing clicking away? I'm not clicking anything. Like, let's try it right here. And then we have a one gap for the animals to enter over here. Of course, over here there will be trouble that the raiders are going to break it, but we'll make it again. We have enough time to do all of that. Let's break this tree, this birch tree, and see if we can fit a flex farm in here anyways. Let's cut down these 3 trees, we don't need them. Workload is high because this is of course the planting season. We don't care. We have 50 plows and 100 carts, which is quite nice because we have got 100 donkeys and 100 horses. So I'm going to bump up the number of carts to 218 is quite a lot. My God. Yeah, to 160. Yeah, 163 carts. So we'll continue building carts, and then the horses and donkeys are going to get hitched to them. And that will ensure that we build everything. We are able to plant, we are able to carry things from a great distance in very orderly fashion, which is going to help us make our kingdom stronger. Of course, for the vegan Ozymandian Kingdom, we won't be able to have any animals. So that will be interesting. Raider attack. And they're coming in from super close. So I think we'll lose a few people here, because these guys will throw their sticks and stones. Okay, they didn't, thank God. Yeah, sometimes, you know, they just fire and then you are left picking up the pieces. So let's close these gates because, yeah, this is the problem. They did come in from a part I did not want them, and they came in from very, very close. So I'm going to run people in. Our animals are running willy-nilly, which gives us a tremendous opportunity because they distract the laborers, the raiders, and then we are able to capitalize on that. I'm going to close these gates also so that they spread out even more. I'm going to leave this gate open because I do need them to spread out. So let's close that. One person is down. Let's look at the outgoing fire from the perspective of Giragol. Giragol is firing. Giragol has run out of his whatever, his bows and things. This is a tough raid, guys. 2 humans are down. This is a tough raid because, yeah, we were not prepared. We were planting. We have people like, for example, RL, who didn't even have time to pick up mail, although we have plenty of mail armor. But I think we have carried. We have carried the day. There we go. We are celebrating. Fantastic. And also a storm comes in. Let's open up the gates and reconstruct all of the stone walls that they managed to build. I think they broke down 1 or 2 stone segments. They could not even enter the colony. Forget about that. And we carried the day. So amongst the most final raids are coming in. And the Ozymandian Kingdom is now just building up things which are pretty. Like, look over here. Look at this nice stone stable, which is enclosed in its own little cocoon right here. And it has got grain to feed. It has got a nice little bit of well to for our animals and our people to drink from, so that we can supply water to this particular stone stable. We have got animals who are coming in and resting over here, which tells me that yes, we did need to build these what do you call that, these transportation posts. The transportation posts that we have were not enough. Always make sure, if you're doing these kinds of things, that you have an opening right there, so that people can move back and forth, animals can move back and forth, else they will just die of hunger or starvation, whichever comes first. Let's look at our work. Let's look at our menhirs. One menhir is very close by, and the second one. So this is going to be the last menhir, which once if it gets put in, it is going to start building the stone circle, and therefore we shall complete the Ozymandian Kingdom at that stage. Some stupid wolf decided to kill one of my people. I am not going to harvest these wolves because out of spite. I don't care. Another wolf. So this entire wolf pack just managed to kill one of ours, and then got completely whacked by our supporting people, and we are not going to harvest them just out of spite. Look at that little hermit's building all the way to the top over there. As you can see, the number of people who are coming into our colony is reducing because we don't have we are very close to 300 people, and that's where the game plateaus. And we need to still have a little bit of space for them to come in. So let's go ahead and build some houses over here, so that we can get a little bit of early warning in terms of the raiders. And of course, that's not efficient because they might get killed. They might try to defend this place, and this could be a mistake. But at this stage, we have won the game. We have comfortably won the game. And I believe if I build these many houses right here, we shall be able to accommodate everybody who is coming in. In this little plateau, you can actually go ahead and build some nice little breweries. We can do that. A lot of flat space for a nice amount of breweries. So let's go ahead and put a water well, because they need water to make beer. And we are going to put a straddle granary. Right here, so that we can have grain which we can convert into beer. Save is coming in to save the day. So this guy, I'm going to say that, hey, make sure you just take raw grain, nothing else. A bit of a vanity project. And another successful harvest shall be done. Let's check on our last megalith. He's still some ways away. Trader is here. Let's see what that guy got. Let's ring the bell once. I see some people are very hungry, very thirsty, very tired, so that they go ahead and take the rest that they need. We'll just buy things willy-nilly. We don't need to worry about it. Let's buy some sheep and things. Let's get rid of all of these bronze things. We are going to give away some of these bronze swords, these iron swords, because we get them for free from the enemy. First time / last time, free every time. There we go. Let's bump it up to speed 4. There you can see the nice stable that we built. A little bit of a plantation. A rich guy lives there. I could have built his house over here also, but yeah, then the raiders will come and break it here, so no point. I never built any houses on this side, so let's go ahead and do that. A little bit of a high ground for people to look down and enjoy. These are the most premium places because they come with their own wells, they come with their own bread making facilities. So let's put an oven. Let's see if we can. Over here maybe. Yeah, he has got a little bread making place right here. Come on. Yeah, there we go. So we're going to put a well so that he can drink from it. A well on pure granite. So this is a lot of work. He will have a little bit of place where he can cook his meals. Right there. And of course a flag for him to pray. Spiritual flag. So this is his family symbol, heraldic colors, and we are going to put a little bit of drying facility for him to make his own dried meat, which he can enjoy. Some nice ham that he can have. I had a place over here right there. And we have means to build all of this very, very quickly. Let's check where our menhir is. Right here. So let's go back to our city to see. Oh, so he has to cross the bridge. I know where this is. And then it's a short hop all the way into the Ozymandian Kingdom. This is where our fruit trees are. I need to stop collecting fruit because, yeah. Okay, this is dangerous. We have got a blizzard and probably a raider attack might also happen. So let's start with the usual way. Let's start building squares and making everybody run back in. Let's build a big square. Nobody's over there. That's nice. Big square. Few people near our housing more or less. So I'll ring the bell. These guys are doing whatever, so I'll ring the bell. But I don't see people from very far away. Always do it with the primal eye open because then you can actually go ahead and see if raiders are coming. So it's a dual function. So I don't see any raiders. I don't see very many people outside. Somebody is super cold. They are able to go inside. This little girl, I saw that she had 10% of her health gone. So yeah, we got everybody back in on time. Ring the bell again. The temperature is inclement. It is minus 12 degrees centigrade. Terrible. Nobody needs to be out pulling menhirs, pulling megaliths. None of that thing needs to happen. What needs to happen is people need to come back into the warm embrace of the Ozymandian Kingdom and take rest. Our menhir. So this guy is going in to get the menhir. She's really dedicated. So she's pulling it all by her own. The best case is of course 4 people can pull a menhir, and that's the best. But at this stage we don't care. We have got people going and getting from the deep iron mines, and that is going to build up our iron sword mastery because we have built a bunch of swords. Sword mastery, there we go. We completed all of the challenges. All the challenges are done. I think the last challenge is to build a what do you call that, stone circle, and that will complete the last challenge. I have the challenges up somewhere. I don't know what I hotkeyed the challenges for with. I don't remember it anymore. Oh well, we tried. Fruit will be decaying quite a lot because yeah, we have quite an overabundance of fruit and of food. We have got 2000 plus food, guys. 2000 plus food for 288 people. Close to 1 to 6 ratio. Fantastic. 5 more humans have joined. That's how good the Ozymandian Kingdom is. Even in the late game, we are pulling in the crowds. Best case is, of course, having 6 people or more, but 5 is good enough. Some guy has died of starvation. How you do this? How do you manage that? How do you manage that? You have 2000 food, and it's not that there is only food which requires a lot of cooking. There is food which is like ready to eat, like fruits, like bread, like dried meat. Why would you do that? Why would you die of hunger? So we have 1100 dried meat right now. Imagine all of that is not going to be there when we do the vegan challenge. So we would have 1100 less food right now. So that is going to be quite a big challenge, I think. So let's hope we can go ahead and do that. I see some gates are locked. Why is that? Okay, I opened them. I know what happened. That gate was damaged, and then I pressed the open gates and it couldn't open because the gate was damaged. And now I have opened it, and we are getting people to move freely. That is fantastic. We are getting our planting done in very good order. I don't see any raiders nearby. So let's do a little bit of a scan by pressing the tab. All of this is muscle memory at this point. I don't see any raiders. They can be coming from that side, but yeah, who cares? Let's see if this house for the second hermit is built. Yeah, his house is also built. Let's look at the view that he enjoys. He's a bit of a bigger recluse, so he goes and stays further away. Much further away, and he goes and looks at the Ozymandian Kingdom from very, very far away. So let's print screen. So these are not outcasts, they are just introverts. These are fantastic people. They have given their blessings to the Ozymandian Kingdom, and the Ozymandian Kingdom has thrived because of their efforts. So the rolling megalith is quite close by, so I'll have to keep an eye on it. I am pretty sure I might potentially maybe forget, given how scatterbrained I can be at times. At times, mind you. Not all the time. Let's see one more time if I can build a house. Yeah, the game is lagging up really bad right now. So that's why we are quite close to the end. And this is when it chooses to lag. Yeah, fine. Go ahead and lag. I don't care. We can build a house here. There's another sage for right here. And he is going to get his obligatory stuff. So he is going to get a well born in solid granite. I thought I could build one here, but okay. We'll have to build it behind. So he's got the well behind the house. He's got a little bit of fireplace where he can cook. He has his own oven. And this guy is a cheesemaker. So he's got a bit of cheese making skills. All this is extra. You don't need to do any of that. He has got his own and a little bit of a grindstone. Let's keep an eye on the menhir. This menhir might pull a fast one on me. Yeah, it's quite close to the Ozymandian Kingdom at this stage. 80% workload. Let's ring the bell one more time so that more people go to the menhir. We really don't have that much work at this stage anymore. Let's look at the work. A lot of buildings need to get repaired with iron, and we're not pulling in all the iron. So let me go ahead and look at how many iron mines we have, deep iron mines I have. I've got 1, 2, 3 deep iron mines. That's why I thought I had way more. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to build a gigantic amount of deep iron mines, or just iron mines in the beginning and then convert it into deep iron mines. 1, 2, and that's why our production was low, because we just had 3 deep iron mines which were occupied all the time, and then they could not pull out enough ore. And if we go ahead and build all of these iron mines up, they will have multiple ones that they can go and choose to get iron ore from, and that is going to push our production up. So this is how the game lies to you. It consistently lies to you. It consistently tries to pull fast ones on you because there are not that many good graphs. The graphs which are there are not very good because they don't tell you how many years ago what you had. For example, in Banished, the graphs are just fantastic. Fantastic. You get all the information that you need. But not in this case. Dawn of Man does not do that. And therefore, we were suffering from not having enough iron because we didn't have enough iron ore, because we didn't have enough iron mines. So that is the entire chain of command which has been screwed up because of this lack of information. Because if I had that information, I would have acted on it. I can't because I didn't see it. So it's the game's fault, YouTube. It's the game's fault. I didn't do it. The game made me do it. Okay, so here I think I need deep iron mines because these have been exhausted completely. Go ahead. So those are the ones which were normal iron mines, and then they got used up, and therefore I never got a notification. And once they run out, they don't tell you which ones run out, so you have to go ahead and look for them manually, all of which is just time wasted and information which I would rather have in my hand. Right, now you will see how quickly we build up our iron again. Once those things get built, and what we have is a bunch of wood, and therefore we will be able to build up those things very quickly. So here you can see our rolling megaliths are getting a lot more love because 4 people are pulling it, and now it will get pulled up really fast. Let's watch this rolling megalith getting pulled up. Somebody died of a heart attack. So once you are beyond the population limit of 50, you don't get notifications of how many people of people dying. So they just die off, which I think is nice, because else we have 300 people. If I keep getting notifications, and the notifications are hella annoying, if I keep getting notifications of people dying of 300 people, then that will be another headache. So here we go. We are almost at the end of the Ozymandian Kingdom, and here is the final megalith which is coming in. Spring has ended and now fall has come. The harvest season has come. Oh, raider attack. So we'll have to leave the megalith in peace. Oh, one guy got smoked by the... Okay, so they're coming from very far away, and we got the notification because we had somebody who died nearby and therefore gave us the notification. We have a bunch of people very close by. What I'm going to do is I'm going to run them this way so that they don't get killed by the raiders. And this time we'll have plenty of time to go ahead and prepare. Our harvest will probably suffer a little bit because, we are not harvesting in this time. We could have ideally just waited for the attack to come in and then go ahead and continue harvesting till the very last minute, but no point. Let's prepare for this attack. This is probably the final attack for the Ozymandian Kingdom that we're going to see. Everybody is in position. I'm going to look at the gates. So let's look from the gates perspective. Let's look at the perspective of the gate. You can see the first raiders are at the gate, and then they're getting shot at. They're fighting on and trying to break these extraneous walls which we have done. They're coming in piecemeal, guys. This is just exactly what we wanted. This is exactly what we wanted. They are going to get slaughtered. They're coming in groups of 2s and 3s, and then they are going to get completely hammered. This corner is bristling with defenses. These are bristling with defenses. They don't stand a chance. Anybody who is trying to break down that wall is wasting his own time, and they're getting shot at while not shooting back at us. And I think this time they got a lot more melee guys, because I don't see that many people throwing projectiles at our boys. So they are coming mostly with melee, because they know if they can enter, the melee people with full armor is better than their projectile guys. So the game tried to do its best to break our spirit. Failed. Total epic failure. We won. We carried the final raid. Let's open the gates, and what we can do is finally go ahead and look at the menhir getting pulled. He's very near. The menhir is over here. He has to come over here to the last stone circle which needs to get built. Trader is here, probably the last trader of the series. He's got a bunch of horses. Let's buy horses. We are not going to buy copper. Let's buy this chainmail. Let's buy iron stuff, some light clothes, some cheese, to harken back to the time when we would go ahead and buy every amount of food that we could get our hands on. We have left those trying times behind us. We have gone ahead and we have built an extremely powerful kingdom. I'm going to give away a bunch of this axes and a bunch of these knives, because I can get them from the raiders. Because they bring axes, they bring swords, they bring spears, so let's trade those away. I'll ring the bell one more time. The harvest is of course ongoing, so I can't look at two different things at the same time. Let's look at people coming to get the menhir in. And then we will see the stone circle being built in real time. So let's look at the menhir getting pulled up. I'm sure the harvest will be done in good order. We'll build up all this little bit of stone wall that they broke. We shall be able to construct that again. We are going through the Ozymandian Kingdom right now. It's filled with a bunch of houses and all the labor in the world. And let's slow the game down. Here comes the menhir through there. So I'm going to now zoom in on the stone circle so that I can see the stone circle being built, because we are that close from the menhir. So let's go up a little bit, because then we'll be able to see it getting built. Where is the menhir? And this is good that the raid actually happened, because now we can build the stone circle in our own cool time. We don't need to worry about a raider sneaking up on us. We are pulling. One guy has got a red icon of sleep. There we go. We are building the stone wall. The stone circle, rather. So here they go. I saw this nice meme. So this Egyptian lady goes with her English boyfriend to see the Stonehenge. So she sees the Stonehenge, and the Stonehenge are, Stonehenge, and she's Egyptian who has got, built pyramids, the Great Pyramid of Giza. And she looks at the Stonehenge, and it's like 7 meters tall and like 18 meters across, the Great Stonehenge. And she looks at her boyfriend, squints her eyes, and says that, man, your ancestors were puny and they were poor. Look at my ancestors. Look at what they built. They built the Great Pyramids of Giza. But that's what we can do. This is, of course, the Dark Age, and the pyramids were built in the Copper Age. So imagine when they built the Copper Age, copper is not a very good tool to make cut stone with. So you had two armies. One was an army making the stones, cutting the stones, and there was another army which was sharpening the copper tools. Because, that's how blunt they are, that's how malleable they are. They're not that good. So there we go. Stone circle is complete. Stone circle is complete. There we go. We got the notification, boys. This will complete the Ozymandian Kingdom. And we have got every building that we have planned has finally been built. This is the final extent of the Ozymandian Kingdom. Let's go ahead and try to screenshot it from further away. Let's get some good screenshots. These screenshots will be available on Reddit and also in the community tab of the channel. There we go. Screenshot taken. Let's take one from this menhir where we can see this wedding ceremony take place right in front. So this is the wedding ceremony, guys. This is the priest bringing into holy matrimony this stone and that stone, where they live happily ever after and have great moments where they don't fight. They have a great life together, and then they are found after thousands of years by archaeologists, and they are preserved for all eternity. So this is our religious thoroughfare. You can clearly see the cairn at the back, followed by the stone circle, followed by the dolmen, then our statues, which are going to stare at each other till eternity. We are building a lot of items really quickly. Let's go ahead and look at the Ozymandian Kingdom while somebody walks through it. Let's look at their perspective. All of this was just empty land, or there were trees, and we went ahead and got all of that chopped up. We went ahead and built and built and built to this tremendous edifice that we have. We have everybody with steel tools. We got rid of all of our bronze tools. We have got chainmail for everybody. We have got steel weapons. Excuse me. We've got steel weapons for everybody. Food for everybody. Food galore. This guy just went and took a piece of meat from this straddle granary to the next straddle granary. Thank you, Stephen. That was fantastic. I wonder why you had to go ahead and do that. You can see our this is our metal area. So this is where our industrial base got established. We have got all of the blacksmiths, and these are advanced blacksmiths, so they can build steel and iron tools, which we are going to continue to build. We have got enough straw to feed all of our animals. This guy is going for a nice stroll across the Ozymandian Kingdom. I don't know what he's doing, but he's free to do that. Let's zoom out a little bit. That was zoomed in way too much. Look at these defenses. Nobody is going to go through these defenses ever, not in 1,000 years. I wish you could continue to progress in this game, but unfortunately that is not possible. Let's go ahead and look at this guy. He is a bit hungry, but he is not losing health, so it's fine. Probably went out to do something really intelligent. Now you can see that whenever they are hungry, or they are wounded, or they are really sleepy, then they limp. They don't walk straight, and therefore they walk slower. They perform work slower, and therefore it is in your interest to make sure everybody is sleeps very well. Everybody is able to get enough food very quickly. So he has to walk a little bit. I don't know where he's going for his food. There was food right there, dude. There was straddle granaries right there. Okay, he has to come to this straddle granary to eat. So there he goes. He eats, gets his entire health up. He is healed. Probably he will now go for a little bit of a sleepy sleep. And we can see that we have got a lot of carts. We don't have empty carts hanging about. We don't have empty donkeys and horses milling about. So we built quite a right amount of carts, followed by a right amount of animals which can tend to them. So here we go. We are walking across the entire Ozymandian Kingdom. We are having a look-see. Look at this beautiful kingdom we built up. This is the tannery district and then the storage district. A lot of leather was made over here. Thousands upon thousands of leather was made right here. And a lot of wood was stored over here, which got converted into charcoal. Ore was stored here, which was converted into metal, which was converted into cruel tools like swords and axes to fight and defend the Ozymandian Kingdom. We are coming to the end of the Ozymandian Kingdom. Somebody is making cheese over here. Meanwhile, the person we are following is having a nice drink of water. He has a metal sword and he's walking around having the time of his life. He knows that he is protected. We have built 5 deep iron mines, which gives us a knowledge point. We don't need it per se, but it is going to increase our iron mining capacity, and that is going to, of course, be converted into iron metal, which is going to get converted into tools and, of course, help protect our guard towers, which constantly need a lot of iron to function. They do require a lot of iron to be able to. So let's look at somebody who's praying. Keg is praying at the cairn. So let's focus in on Keg. Keg is praying at this fantastic cairn, and this is right next to the stone circle, so they just can walk around and they can either choose to get their morale up by going to the cairn where our ancestors, our venerable, respected ancestors are kept, or going to the stone circle whereby they can also recover their morale. Right now our colony has got everything made out of stone. All the stables are made out of stone. The granaries are made out of stone. The warehouses are made out of stone. The bloomeries are all upgraded. These are upgraded bloomeries which are capable of tremendous industrial output. And we have got a tremendous amount of storage area for them whereby we are converting things. We are having enough of our dry meat supply. So let's go and look at the first man architecture. We have 1,000 plus meat. So this is our first man architecture. We got into a lot of people said that it would not be a good idea to build up the first man architecture because they would go ahead and try to dry meat all the time. But I contended that we are going to build it up in a systematic fashion, and that's what we went ahead and did. And then you can see how much meat we actually produce and how much we actually dry and therefore actually go ahead and eat. So we'll look at final statistics. We have 1,000 plus food. Storm comes in. We have got 400-ish grain, 75 bread, 128, 100 plus milk, enough cheese, enough water, enough beer. So let me push up the amount of beer that they can make. Let them make 50 beer. I don't care. Enough sticks and stones to break the bones of the enemy. 100 raw skin to make the finest clothes and the finest leather. Our leather is, of course, the best in the world. Everything this colony produces is the very best. The Ozymandian Kingdom is the envy of the world. And ladies and gentlemen, this is where we shall leave it. This is the Ozymandian Kingdom. And I thank you for joining me on this journey. We started with this one little house in the corner. So let's go ahead and zoom into that house. Let's go into zoom into that house. This was the very first house that we built all the way back thousands of moons ago. We were in the, not even in the metal age. We were in the Neolithic age. Now we are in the steel age with tremendous amount of defenses, tremendous amount of people. This is where we first cut down the first tree, and then we built this entire empire. So let's have a look at the empire. So ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for tuning in to the Ozymandian Kingdom. Thank you for sticking around, for all the comments and all the views that we got. We got quite a lot of views. The channel grew. And I'm very happy with the way it is going. And I know that if I just keep on like a flower, I'm going to go through concrete and I'm going to blossom. That is what it has been through most of the things in my life. You, of course, have to put in the effort and then you get the results off of it. Thank you very much. I will not drone on anymore. This has been the Ozymandian Kingdom and the Strategic Indian. Thank you very much. Bye bye.
This has been the Strategic Indian signing out.